Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook.
Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀.
Thank you so much for joining me. And as you are joining the broadcast, right, share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends or your frenemies. Let them know that Mayegun today.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o, kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Share the broadcast.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé.
Thank you.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé.
Share the broadcasts. Invite your friends. Invite your frenemies. And let them join us in this art-to-art talk. Nigeria is unreal. And the killings in Nigeria is unbelievable. The reaction of the people to every killing committed in Nigeria is different. But above it all, life is meaningless. Or should we say, life is worthless? Or should we be generous enough and say, life has become worthless in Nigeria by all definition? So when they tell you that Nigeria is unreal, believe them. Another thing that when you hear this anywhere, that Nigeria is a crime scene, again, believe them. But we'll help you to understand this in different contexts tonight. There has been ongoing, endless killings going on in eastern Nigeria. And it is being reported the other way in order to continue to calm the nerve of the rest of the country to the carnage and the crime that Nigeria is committing in eastern Nigeria. The same crime that the Nigerian government is committing in northern part of Nigeria and the middle belt part of Nigeria. It's been bloodbath everywhere. And this bloodbath started the moment Hopeless Uzodinjo was forced on the people of Imo, the Imo State people. Because most of what people suffers from in the case of Nigeria is that people suffers from Stockholm syndrome. There are so many terrible stories every day from every part of that Nigeria that people have now become kind of indifferent anymore. They have become so indifferent, right? Killings, and now people got killed, kidnappings, and all those. no longer really move people. What they do most of the time is to justify it, as they are also victims waiting to happen. Nigeria is a crime scene, and criminals are in charge of government of Nigeria. They've taken over every institution, and they have decided to force this level of bloodbath on every indigenous person in that country. And you need to understand this, because you are an indigenous person from Nigeria. Even if you are still carrying that passport, you are still carrying that flag, or you are still doing whatever you are doing in the name of Nigeria, you came from somewhere before Nigeria happened. And as an indigenous person, having criminals in charge of your government, in charge of your country, now gave them the chance to redesign and redirect your supposed law. Now that puts them, wait for this, so they wrote your law, redirect it to what they wanted it to be, pretty much like a jihadist Taliban country. Now that law is now beneath them. They are above it. Now, having that grace in what Nigeria is, they can then tell you what is a crime, what is not a crime, who is a criminal, and who is not a criminal. What kind of crime carries what punishment, according to their, according to their own discretion. Now, that is the situation that Nigeria found herself. In eastern Nigeria, there is a state-sponsored agenda to destroy and further destabilize the region, in order to further weaken the region economically, infrastructurally, and indeed decimate their youth, decimate their young people, and justify it. Because this is what they do. If people commit crime, they are meant to be arrested for it. Yeah? But in Nigeria, in eastern Nigeria, if you walk about and claim to be a member of indigenous people of Biafra, you are automatically considered dangerous, or a possible, kind of a danger to their agenda. Meanwhile, as a country, you would expect that a government will manage to bring everybody together and not divide them. But they have different agenda for different regions, and the one for eastern Nigeria is the bloodiest. And I'll break it down for you. It is the job of the government to provide security. That is the number one job of any government anywhere. When Boko Haram's government came in, Nigeria was battling with the Boko Haram in northeast of Nigeria, which is Borno and two other states around there. When these guys came in, the terrorists and then the terrorism expanded beyond northeast of Nigeria. Nigeria have 6 geopolitical zones. Nigeria have the northeast, the northwest, the north central, the southeast, the southwest, and what they call the south-south. 6 geopolitical zones. That is what they did to divide the people according to their plan, right? Now, when these guys came in 2015, it was only the northeast that was having Boko Haram terrorism, serious one. Now, when they came in 7 years down the line, the terrorism has now expanded beyond northeast. It has now expanded to northwest, north central, southeast, southwest, south, and the failure of government to provide security for the people of Nigeria, and I mean the indigenous people of Nigeria. Their failure has now led to the indigenous people of Nigeria, starting with the people of Middle Belt, who have paid, they have paid extremely, extremely sad prices, so to say, bloody prices, when these Fulani terrorists invaded Nigeria. And that started from when these criminals took charge. So in their book, this is where some of you who don't understand the danger of justifying the carnage, the massacre, or should we say the genocide that is being committed, in southeast of Nigeria, in Igbo land. Those of you who are denying or living in denial of that, maybe this will help you. The government failed to provide security. Therefore, people started resorting into self-defense. Now, that same government criminalize self-defense. You can't say you want to defend yourself. So the same government disarmed its own citizens, while armed Fulani terrorists are walking about with AK-47. I'm talking about machine gun, AK-47 guns. The government now came out, that same government too, they now put a plan there, and they said, those who have committed killings, kidnappings, terrorism, act of terrorism, yeah, once they are ready, they can come out and get rehabilitation. There is none of their law that punishes terrorism, especially if it's being committed by the Fulani terrorist. So it became complicated that the same government that failed to provide security decided to change the law or smuggle something into the law, into their own constitution. What was that? To placate terrorists that are killing Nigerians, that are kidnapping them, that are selling their women, their children into slavery in this 21st century. Yeah? There is no plan to punish them or jail them or nothing. The government then said, in order to have peace, the people of southern Nigeria, starting from the Middle Belt, they must be willing and ready to give up their lands. So people rejected that, and the killings escalated. Now, this is the killings that those who are committing the crime of killing, kidnappings, right, who are making hundreds of billions of naira every month, money from ransom paid by Nigerians that their government failed to protect. Buhari government, APC government, they decided to change the law so that they can resettle the armed terrorists in other part of Nigeria. Now, this was a plot that was meant to be easy. There were governors who have agreed, governors who were elected to be in office for 4 years. They decided to give up their own, to give up lands in their own different states, because Buhari government was offering them $150 million. Every governor that agrees that they can resettle Fulani terrorists in their own states, in any local government, that governor will be paid $150 million. Now, this is what triggered everybody in Nigeria. This is when the people started saying, what the hell is going on? This government failed to protect us, and the same government decided to disarm us by asking us to submit our guns and everything we have, or else you will be charged for terrorism for having a shakabula in your house. Do you understand that now? So the same government is giving amnesty to terrorists who are committing these crimes. The same government is trying to change the law by passing a bill called waterway bill. Waterway bill that will give the control of all the waterways in Nigeria, including 10-kilometer land from the bank of every water in Nigeria, from the bank of the river, right? Every land from that bank, 10 kilometers down, will be owned by government of Nigeria. And then they can bring in these criminals and resettle them, gazette them, and create local government areas in those lands. I'm talking about this, this was the plan. Then people resisted. Among the first people who resisted are the Biafrans, the indigenous people of Biafra. They said, our people they are already coming under the attacks of these terrorists. They cannot fight back. If they try to fight back, the military will show up immediately. And now let me tell you how they operate so that you understand how this thing now spread to eastern Nigeria. So it was easier. People were seeing other people in Benue. There were burial sites in Benue. Why were they killed? In southern Kaduna, thousands of people were slaughtered. I'm talking about hundreds of people being killed every week. Like it has become so like normal. They killed paramount ruler in southern Kaduna. I came here and I told people, I said, you see, all of these are to further weaken people who resisted the agenda of this criminal, backed by the government of Nigeria. We have given you all of the facts, all the evidence to show that this is where the position of the government of Nigeria is. Whatever they say they are doing, and the reason why the insecurity continue to escalate, it's not because people don't like Buhari. It's not because people don't like APC. It is because the government of Nigeria is behind the terrorism in Nigeria. And every point has showed us that. Right? So they described terrorism in northern Nigeria as our youth who just were misguided. Now, this insecurity that now spread to the eastern Nigeria put people on the edge. We will defend ourselves. We will defend our land. We will not give our land. We will not do this and that. And they considered that as an effrontery against their agenda. And what is that agenda? Agenda to resettle Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. How can you not see that? Now, this is coming to a close, right? And thousands of people, tens of thousands of people have been killed just because they want to resettle, rehabilitate terrorists. This is what triggered the reaction in eastern Nigeria. This is what made many Biafrans, many Igbos to now believe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Nnamdi Kanu told them about the danger that was coming. When he was talking about the Fulani terrorists invading us and all of that, many people said he was trying to create war. He was trying to create enmity. He was trying to create division. He was trying to do this and that. But, just 5 years down the line, the terrorism Nnamdi Kanu told you, told me, told everybody is happening before our eyes. But guess what? Because the government is behind it, they are doing everything possible to change the narrative. And you are not seeing it. But the Biafrans who saw it, who have now become victims of what Nnamdi Kanu told them 10 years ago. They said it was too harsh. It was preparing them to fight war again. Now the war is here. Our people are being killed. Our people are being kidnapped. Ransoms are being paid. People are selling their properties just to get their loved ones released by the terrorists. And whenever the terrorists are captured, they are released. They are pardoned. They are released because they've repented. That is the dilemma that puts all the people everywhere to believe that if Nigeria won't let us defend ourselves, why are we now part of that Nigeria then? Why should we continue to be part of it? Our people are being killed every now and then. Now, like I said, it is a different approach to different people. In southern Kaduna, despite the fact that Kaduna is the state that you can call the Pentagon or whatever of Nigeria, Pentagon of Nigeria, the defense of Nigeria, where you have all of the military base, all the security outfits in Nigeria, they have their base there. Yet, the terrorists continue to kill and kill and kill in southern Kaduna, and there has never been any response from them. To the point that the terrorists were so emboldened that they have attacked all of the security posts there, including the Defense Academy in southern Kaduna, but you will never see any terrorist standing trial for all the crimes. But in eastern Nigeria, standing up to defend yourselves became a crime when Boko Haram gang used the Supreme Courts to bring in a fraudster as governor, and that changed everything. That was the moment they opened the door for the endless killings of Biafrans. And guess what? In order to continue to confuse you, they said the killings are being done by unknown gunmen. And when you continue to say what is unknown, then they said it is being done by ESN, IPOB. Many of you believe that. Some of you are still finding it difficult to actually not believe that. But I'm saying it to you tonight. It is the job of the government to provide security. You know that. It is the job of the DSS, the other government agencies, to in fact detect crime before they even happen. But in Nigeria, the Nigerian security agents who are working to incite genocide in eastern Nigeria, they are all there just to know who and who is not supporting Buhari, who and who is not supporting, or let me say, who and who is a friend of IPOB. And then which local government, which town, communities do you have strong believer in Biafra, right? So their intel is just to get intel on the people of Biafra, the Igbo people there, yeah, who constitutionally they are supposed to be protected by Nigeria. But because Nigeria and Nigerians have become vulnerable in the hands of all these terrorists, yeah, they decided to occupy eastern Nigeria. In order to make it work, they started with a political takeover for somebody who was ready to do their bidding, Oples Uzodinjo. Immediately, Oples Uzodinjo became their governor, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State. All hell let loose. Unknown gunmen came to life. And these unknown gunmen, who are mainly cultists, ardent criminals, are also political muscles for all these rogues. But what I didn't expect was for a governor of a state to become so cold-hearted to all this bloodletting that he sacrificed his own local government people as well, the people of Orlu. I was telling you something about agenda, an agenda that first pushed many Biafrans to become listeners to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they could see the danger right before them. And they also seen that Nigeria will never protect them. Many of them have lost their lives in the hands of this marauding terrorist. But because the media in Nigeria decided to underreport that or never report that, some of you probably never believe the carnage going on in that part. So Nnamdi Kanu told them they are going to come for you. So they listened to him. And when they came for him and they realized Nigeria was going to kill them if they defended them, they defend themselves, right? That even grew their faith in the messages of Nnamdi Kanu, right? So what happened? They created their unknown gunmen. Okorocha came out. Okorocha said, the killings in eastern Nigeria is being done by Oples Uzodinjo. Many of you ignored that. Well, when the Biafrans said we have no land to give, no single land in Biafra land will be given to any Fulani terrorist resettlements. It will never happen. Hopeless Uzodijor granted the wish or request of February, and he collected $150 million. It is not a secret, though. Garbage Shehu confirmed it. He is not the only one who collected the money. Devulumayi also collected same $150 million for them to provide land in any local government area. I mean, I'm talking about thousands of acres of land that could form enough to form a local government area that can be taken here and there, and they can carve them out. So they are paid, but they know that their people will resist. So in Imo State, Opus Odijo, to show that he could prove to Buhari and gang his loyalty, they started the onslaught and the killings in Orlu, and this started early in 2021. A lot of people were killed. To justify this, and I'll tell you how they did that. Apart from the armed political gang that they know they control, that do all these killings, the military were also like sent down, right? So they were supposed to what? Look for those who are actually committing crimes. For example, a member of IPOB, right? You will never see him with a gun. A member of IPOB, you will never see him with any dangerous weapon at all. You will see them with a flag, a mobile phone, selfie stick, and sometimes you see them with placard. Most of them will dress just in the color of Biafra. And they are so colorful to watch, interesting and amazing to see, right? So if the government want to provide security, if there are people who are trying to now perpetuate criminality, killing people or robbing people or doing any crime, it is their job, because they know that an average IPOB member will never go out there and harm anyone. But if you now see people who are now using the name or the name of Biafra, should you not bring them to book? But the agenda is not to stop crime. The agenda is to weaponize it. The agenda is to escalate it. So, and it is a pocket of crime here, pocket of crime there, that we just justify why do you have military in eastern Nigeria and you don't have military in northern Nigeria, where they are doing daily killings, daily kidnappings, and all of this absurdity, terrorism at the highest scale, that the Nigeria name is now put on the map. But the point here is this: the attention is not to curb crime. They know the IPOB are not terrorists. They know that they cannot, they are not committing any crime. But they also know those that they arm themselves. Or have you ever heard that the Nigeria military or Nigeria police, they engaged in gun battle with unknown gunmen in any part of eastern Nigeria since the story of unknown gunmen started? I'm asking you a question now. I'm not saying you should. I'm asking you to leave everything they've told you. Okay? I am bringing piece by piece, and I want you to put all the pieces together with me so that you understand where I'm coming from, where if the intention of the government of Nigeria is to end criminality in any part of Nigeria, they will do it. Yes, they will do it. Okay? They have all it takes. They have the money, they have the resources, but they won't do it because they are behind it. The terrorism in northern Nigeria, the agenda is not for the terrorism in northern Nigeria to end. It is to be managed, controlled the way they are doing. Okay? It is not to end. The insecurity and the restlessness in eastern Nigeria, it is also deliberate. If not, and let me continue to put the pieces together, by the way. They wanted to justify militarizing eastern Nigeria. You all know that military are only brought in for internal security when the police have lost control. Do you know that the internal security of Nigeria has been lost for the past 10 years? It became worse the last 7 years. That is why mentally, psychologically, many of you have now become so used to seeing military brutalizing people because they will say they want to bring peace. But because your government is behind the insecurity, the politicians and their crew, they are behind the insecurity, it is better for them to continue to pop up pockets of insecurity here, insecurity there, to justify why they are continue to militarize Eastern Nigeria. Then you ask yourself, how come, since they have been militarizing Eastern Nigeria, how come the insecurity continue to escalate? Is because their intention is not to end insecurity there. Their intention is to hunt down anyone known as IPOB member. That is the job of the military. And you will never see them and say, the military versus unknown gunmen. Never. What you will read is that the unknown gunmen attacked military checkpoint. They attacked police checkpoints. Unknown gunmen, they stopped people on the road and they started collecting money from them. Unknown gunmen, they stopped people on the road and they collected their cars. They snatched their cars. So when their media come out, they will say, what is unknown gunmen? It is IPOB, Joe. But who do you think should tell you the truth? The government, the security. But they won't tell you that because they are behind it. Unknown gunmen versus military. And I've never heard out of that. I've never heard it. So it is their job to now fish out those who are now committing the crime. Do you understand that? Me, I have studied this issue of a sit-at-home in Eastern Nigeria. And I realized that it is kind of a collective agreement that they were going to sit at home. Now, if people choose to sit at home, that is their own way of civil disobedience, right? And they have the right for that. And people also have the right to go out if they say, I don't want to sit at home. Now, it is the job of the government to now say some people armed, because IPOB said they are not forcing anybody to sit at home. They've said that repeatedly, right? But you don't believe them because your government, who are those who are behind this armed, your politicians, who are those behind these armed criminals, they are never going to go out after them on the day that Biafran says they are sitting at home. Your security agents won't go after them. Your security agents will go into the streets where people choose to sit at home. And they will start shooting into the streets, shooting into the houses, going into homes and burning them down. And if they were never caught on camera, they will say, hey, unknown gunmen killed 2 people. There is no unknown gunmen, I'm telling you this. But guess those who are talking about unknown gunmen? The Nigerian security agents, the Nigeria government, the Nigeria politicians, the Nigeria DSS, those who are supposed to tell you who are those unknown gunmen. They said unknown gunmen to confuse you, and then in the long run, they know indirectly, you are going to think, that is IPOB, of course. Some of you are still struggling with that right now, but I don't blame you. They have done a lot of number on many of you. A lot of number, but they don't make any sense. It is their job to now say, oh, we know that some people have hijacked this. If they don't have anything to do with it, some people have hijacked this thing. We are going to do an intel, and we are going to arrest those ones who are committing crimes. But they are not interested in arresting those who are committing any crime, because they themselves, they are there to escalate the crimes in order to justify the genocide going on in that part. I am using genocide, I'm using massacre, because in any situation, genocide is, massacre is defined as killing of more than 5 people. If anything happen and they kill more than 5, 10 people, that is a massacre. By the time you kill more than 20, 25 people, 30 people, 50 people, that is a genocide. In Eastern Nigeria, the Nigerian soldiers, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian government, the Buhari's government, the Oplus Odijo's government, the Vulumayi, and all these governors in Eastern Nigeria, they have aided and abetted the mass killings of young and old in Eastern Nigeria. Most of the videos, you don't want to see them. And now, this is a crime that even if you don't like Biafra struggle, if you don't believe in it, which is your right, listen, me, I am somebody who believe, I consider myself as somebody who is a liberal, a very kind of considerate person who believe that if I believe in something, right, you have a right, I have a right to it. And then if you believe in something, you have a right to it, as long as you are not an extremist with it. Being extremist means that if other people don't believe in what you believe in, they deserve to be harmed, to be hurt. Now that is extreme. To the point that if you don't believe in it, you will just die. You should just die. That is extreme. That is called extremism. That is something somebody like me will now say, oh, I am not against your ideology. But when your ideology says if other people don't agree with you, they deserve to die, then that is going to be resisted. So that's somebody like me. So I believe that there are you have your right to say, I don't believe in Biafra. And I've been telling people that, listen, you should learn to be somebody like myself too. Let people have the right to their choice. It is their right. But guess what? They may not be right with their own, with what they believe in. And they may actually be resistance to what you are telling them because they don't understand it. So you will earn people's respect when you begin to agree that people have the right not to agree with what you agree to. They have the right to disagree with what you agree with. They have the right to choose what they believe in for whatever reason they believe in it. And you have to respect that. And if you are persuasive enough, if you can convince people and tell them why this is good and this is not, at the end of the day, they will become your strong supporter, the strong believer. And even their own understanding of what you are doing could even go to the highest level than where you were planning to take it to. So you need to learn how to be tolerant. To be tolerant, you need to be able to tolerate people who disagree with you as well. So I am somebody like that. When people say, I don't believe in Yoruba nation, I say, why? It's because I don't, when you say why, that means you want to talk about it. They will tell you, I don't like what, fine. But you tell them one or two things that you feel like is the reason why you believe in Yoruba nation. Say it with pride, say it with boldness, say it with confidence. And again, always respect the fact that they don't have to agree with you. But you can always have a conversation around it. Okay? People can tell you, Biafrans themselves can tell you, I'm not a Biafran. You don't need to hate them for it. No. Sometimes just out of curiosity, ask them why. Why? They will tell you, they may tell you in anger, they may tell you things that you feel like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Don't say that. Engage them, talk to them, have a conversation, win them over. Because reason why many people say they don't like Biafra, Reasons why many people say they don't agree to Yoruba nation. The reasons why many people say they don't believe in the breakup of Nigeria are so passive. They are reasons that are completely dismissive. But many of you are not interested in hearing them out. And they know that you don't want to hear them out. Many of them are seeing you as extremists. He's a Biafran. I don't want to talk to you. They don't believe in anybody. If you tell them anything, they don't want to agree with you. I don't want to talk to you. And you, self, you'll be like, I don't want to talk to you too. Your papa na sabo, your mama na this, your papa na this. Go and ask, who's your father? Your father is a fool. And you don't need all of that. You don't. You can't win people over like that. That's my own word, though. I know some of you don't believe that. You believe in like, Baba, no. We need to tell them. We need to, they don't listen. I mean, some of you are like that. But you also need to learn that people have rights to believe in what they believe in. And you can never know what they believe in. Or you can't dismiss it if you don't hear them out. They can't hear you if you are not ready to hear them. But above all, right? When people become targets of the system because of their belief, when the government of a country decided to choose what is a crime and what is not a crime, and which crime carries what punishment or what, including terrorism, then that is dangerous because it simply means it's going to be turn by turn. Excuse me, Nigeria Limited. When they finish with the Middle Belters, they will come for the Biafrans. When they, you know what I mean? So you can disagree with them, but you should never justify state-sponsored killings as a punishment for them asking for referendum. They have criminalized it. To justify them criminalizing it, they have scaled up the insecurity in Eastern Nigeria. And many of you are not seeing the crime. What you are seeing is that they provoked it. Nnamdi Kanu caused it. IPOB have been making life a hell for us. They have been telling us to sit at home. And your government is now killing innocent people in their homes. To justify that, you are not seeing the crime. Nigeria is committing crime. Nigeria military is committing crime. Nigeria politicians, Igbo politicians are committing crime. Buhari is committing crime. Crime against humanity. Crimes are against humanity. Genocide is going on in Eastern Nigeria, just like genocide has been going on in Northern Nigeria, in the middle belt of Nigeria, the only place that they are only killing us small, collecting ransom, and they haven't really unleashed the war completely is in Yoruba land. We have seen, we have witnessed, we have tasted it too. But you see what they are doing in Eastern Nigeria? You should all be alarmed. Everybody should be alarmed. Whether you are from there, you are Hausa, you are Fulani, you are Yoruba, you are Ijo, Ibibio, wherever you come from, anywhere you come from. As an indigenous person in Nigeria, you can see how your government systematically committing genocide, and they are justifying it because they said they are looking for IPOB. I told you, if they are seeing those who commit crime, their job is not to kill them if they are not engaging in gun battle with them. I have never seen them engage in gun battle with unknown gunmen and say, this unknown gunmen in Orlu. Just like you have seen that the Boko Haram. Let me put it this way. In Nigeria of today, in northern Nigeria military, they are playing defense. They wait for the terrorists to ambush them. They wait for the terrorists to attack them. And then they say they fight back. They repel them. In Eastern Nigeria, the Nigeria military, they are attacking anything that moves. They are attacking anything that lives. They are burning down anything on their path. and they are destroying and ruining life and turning people to homeless. They are turning many people into homelessness in eastern Nigeria as we speak. And guess what? They are justifying the genocide because they are looking for IPOB, unknown gunmen, and they have never, ever encountered unknown gunmen anywhere. Ever. They go into communities. Let me show you this video. When they go into those communities, this happened in Orlu. Okay. Where's that first one? It is viewers' discretion is advised. I'm going to play it shortly and I'm going to stop it. Okay. Now I'll show you other ones that I can share before we continue. This is what Oplesus Odijo, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State, is doing to his own people. Shebi unknown gunmen are supposed to have guns, shooting and all of that. The Nigerian military, the Nigerian police, the Nigerian DSS, they have no intel on the unknown gunmen. They said they are IPOB members and they decided to go into people's homes. Listen, watch this. Oh God. Oh God. Hey. Hey. What be So, as a mother, who just one of those people who got killed when the military bombarded their communities. I'm talking about communities that women, children live, aged people live, young people live. I'm talking about proper communities. Let me say something before. In fact, I'll show you this first before I continue. This also happened.
Hotel, popular Ukwake Island Guest House, have been raised down by Nigerian military forces. This morning, they have been shooting since morning, shooting and killing innocent people, bombing people's shop and properties. That's what we witnessed today. So we are not happy. How can government deploy his security agents to destroy people celebrating their Easter festival? We are in a sad mood. This is what we experienced this morning. Since night, nobody have slept this area. They will be shooting sporadically. Nigerian military forces shooting every dance in the sea, burning people's shop and property. That's what we see now.
I mean, looking for criminals who are forcing people to sit at home. People are not forced to sit at home, they say. It is the government who want to force people out. They said they are sitting at home because of the continued illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was also illegally, extraordinarily renditioned from Kenya, illegally. So all these crimes committed, they said until it's released, they will continue to sit at home. Government said they should come out. Some people are coming out already. So if there are criminals who are attacking people, criminals who are, committing crimes against Biafrans, yeah, it is the job of the government who claim to care. At least they claim to care, Abi. They said they claim to care. They care for Nigeria. They care for Igbo people. Maybe they will now go after their intel. Security should tell them where are those criminals camping, because they are those controlling the criminals themselves. And to justify that they are looking for unknown gunmen, that all of you, those of you who are justifying this, blaming IPOB, sitting down and blaming them, to justify that they have to kill innocent people in their homes, burn their properties, burn their shops, burn everything. And that's what they do. So they killed a woman's son, and they killed over 20 people on Easter Sunday, Easter morning. Now, if you want to see how that look like, tell me. Now, like this, then they look for unknown gunmen. Now, like this, then they look for people who are forcing people to sit at home by going into people's homes. on Sunday, Easter Sunday. This is what it looks like. Oh, before you saw that dead body, look at this. I know many of you have been following the terrorism and the insecurity situation in northern Nigeria. And so many of you are familiar with the story of internally displaced people, refugees in their own country. More than 15 million Nigerians have been displaced by the terrorists who invaded Nigeria, invited or brought in by this government. More than 15 million people living in refugee camps. And guess what? Millions others are also being sent to refugee camps by the Nigerian military and by the Nigerian government. In this case, the Yorubas from the southwest Nigeria. We have our people who are now refugees in Benin Republic, courtesy of the Fulani terrorists who came to invade them. Their stories never make it to the media in Nigeria. Their stories never make it to the headline in Nigeria. But the story of unknown gunmen this, unknown gunmen that is everywhere in their media to psychologically condition everyone in Nigeria in validating and justifying the genocide that they are committing in eastern Nigeria. There are people who are also becoming refugees in eastern Nigeria. Somebody said, to Fiakwa, there's no refugee in Yoruba land. God forbid. We know that Buhari is bad. But Banyegun, you don't have to lie. There's no refugees in Yoruba land. Well, I have a video for you. This was a year ago. Right there from Yewa. Yewa local government area. Yewa South local government area is in Ogun State. And these people, tens of thousands of them, are now in Pobe, in Benin Republic for over a year now. Their story didn't make it to the media in Nigeria. So I'm just showing this to you. More people are becoming displaced, refugees in their own country, courtesy of this contraption.
Due to that crisis, Fulani crisis that was occurred at our country. That's the reason why we migrated to this place. We are forcefully migrated to this place due to that.
By force.
By force. It's not by willingness.
Women. Oh, man or women. How much are us, man or women?
Only you. Only you.
Are dying here.
Both the women and men migrated from that area.
No.
And
how
then
much?
people died.
But I say how many people they killed there?
Okay.
Yeah.
There are few many people. But that our many people. Many people have lost their lives. Many people have lost their lives.
People are
still migrating because of that other areas.
What happened?
It's because of the Fulani crisis. Fulani, they are killing the people anyhow.
They are killing the people.
Anyhow. They will move from any village, from one village to another. They will migrate from one place to another. They just keep people. That's the reason why the people are scared. They move down to
So how could anybody think that talking about this, showing this to the whole world, screaming for help, that people need help. Their government is now a terrorist government. And the people are trapped in this. It seems no way out. And they continue to make it look like it's impossible to end, because it is impossible to end as long as Nigeria remain one. This terrorism is going to live with Nigeria to the end of time. Some of you don't know that. This terrorism in Nigeria that is escalating and escalated, yeah, is going to live with Nigeria forever. They are just going to make you learn how to live with it. And is that your portion? Is that what you want? Now, rather than the military to go after terrorists, they go after innocent people in their homes. Let me show this again to you, what it looks like in Biafra land on Easter Day. Sorry, it's quite a very blurry, poor picture, but you will understand it when you see it in Imo State.
Kawo Hotel, popular Ukwake Island guest house, have been raised down by Nigerian military forces. This morning, they have been shooting since morning, shooting and killing innocent people, bombing people's shop and properties. That's what we witnessed today. So we are not happy. How can government deploy his security agents to this